Hi there everyone and welcome. My name's Kyle Tapp and I'm going to explain my serious game assignment, and this is going to be focused at people with autism. Basically, I would just like to point out that the grass, I did not make the grass. I did try to make the grass, but it sort of crashed the computer. The frame rate was going down to like 10. So I just thought, well, I'm not going to use much mega scans or anything like that, so I have just used the grass. So I would like to point that out. Um, Starting off with the mushrooms, so I've added the emissive mushrooms for the enchanted forest effect. I thought this as a sensory game for people with autism, glowing things, neon lights and stuff like that helps with the calming or getting them to feel good about themselves. This area over here, I wanted to have the crystals glowing with light. I could not get this to work, but I did like the material, crystal material I made there, with parts of it being reflective, so I've kept that as they were. Moving on over here is where you get to actually see the particle system. This is the first time I've ever used the particle system, and I wanted to use this for the fireflies mainly, and just have them throughout the level, just moving gently, just so if the user wants to look at them or just watch them or interact with them, then that would be a choice for them to make. This game would be built using VR. I could not test it in VR because of the current global pandemic, so I have just changed it to first person for the demo. Over here I've got some more missive glowing mushrooms. I just wanted the user to be able to walk over here, and as you can see that the lighting changes as you get over to this side, so you get to view this as if it was in the evening or at night time, so I thought it could really pop, especially with the fireflies over the lake. All of the audio I've captured myself, the same as the actual music tune in the background. I have composed that myself using a music composer. The 3D bridge was one of my favourites, although I did want each of the panels to light up as the user walked across them and also played like a xylophone tune. This is something I would include in the game because I do think it will be quite a good thing for a sensory for a user to walk across, maybe make their own tune. Another bit over here was where I played around with the particle system again. I created these bubble lights that just floated up in the air. Again, for sensory, I thought that the user could stand underneath them like I'm demonstrating here. And judging by the sensory rooms that I've seen online and the ones I have been to, they do have a lot of lights and bubbles and things like that, so I did want to include that in my level. So as we walk towards the end of my level now, there's a few things I just want to point out. I understand like the backdrop, obviously you can see the top of the backdrop. This is something I just added in right at the last minute because I thought it looked quite nice. So that is my first attempt at doing a backdrop. That was fully painted by myself in Photoshop. The water I did try to make as stylized as I possibly could as well. And that's all. This is my serious game for people aimed at autism. These are my various different rock models that were in my game. Basically created these using noise, and I do like them because they have got some nice hard chipped edges, very good for stylized. As you can see on here, if I just say, if I, for example, this is what I was using, the maps over there, but say if I just quickly bang in a grey and we add that on there like so, and I click off it, as you can see I do like the rock. Now moving on, so what I wanted was to create the fish jumping out the water. This is only going to have to be a low poly fish at the time. I haven't actually put this in the game. I am a bit gutted. I couldn't get it to skin right. The skin, it wouldn't sit in the skin. Well, basically I'd click on the mesh like so, and I click on, say I'm on skin, and then I click on add bones, and the bones would not show up, and I don't understand why that was. But I didn't have time to finish that off. I did make three various sizes, big, medium and small. this was the fox. I haven't quite finished the fox. This was my low poly fox. I wanted the fox to act as a guide for the user. I was going to scale it down a little bit in size. Basically wanted the fox to sort of be interactive with the user, so that say when the user moves on a few steps, the fox will move on a few steps and then sit down, do some animation sort of thing. But again, I haven't yet finished that either. But at the same time, definitely going to keep it because it can come in handy with any other assignments or any other future projects. Right, so here we have my stylized trees. As you can see, 1 and 2. I do like them in this viewport, they look cool. I use these in both of these in the game. This one I gave a purple spongy texture to it through Substance Painter, although I do feel like I should not have done that and kept it plasticky, more cartoony. That would have looked a lot better, I think, because actually looking at this tree now, I think I should have just gone more cartoony rather than like absorbent spongy looking trees. That's how I did that. Basically sort of similar to tiles on a roof. Now this was something I was really trying to get to grips with. Here I've managed to use the opacity maps. This is the first time I've ever used this. And I did like the outcome that I've done so far, although it'd be a bit weird up the top here. But I did have them moving. Oh, I've deleted the animation. I did have them moving, but I couldn't get them flowing properly, like a more natural flow. They all went a bit weird when I was trying to animate, so I decided in the end just to go with still trees. But I was happy enough that I did try and have a go at this. I just want to go through some of the issues I've encountered with my game level. Basically, I have made a backup here of all the level and stuff, but it would not work. I tried to. This obviously isn't what you see in the video, in the actual gameplay video. I tried to resurrect everything I possibly could, but I cannot do it. Basically, I had these cartoon cell shader and water shader in with my game, just so I could have a look at the coding and stuff and sort of learn that way of how to do it. What ended up happening is after I copied a grass file out of the thing, out of this, and when I went to delete it, it ruined the whole floor and took away all the texturing off the floor. I have just added this one in as a temporary one, but yeah, I just wanted to quickly go through how the level looked. So bear in mind it is a little bit different, but this is the best I could resurrect it from what it was. You can see over here now, after it broke, the crystal here isn't loading in properly. Let's get some issues with the rocks, like glitching through them. Obviously this grass is just basic, it doesn't look great. The grass I use in my game I did not design. I did design some grass. I think I do have some here. So there was my grass that I did actually like. Now, saying that, the foam, I did not make the foam. The foam is not what I made. I did the water texture for the waterfall, and it's so hard to see that it's actually moving. You can see it slightly moving down here, but it's quite hard to actually do. And the water itself, I tried to make it as stylized as I could. So this will be the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. I feel like I've done quite a good job, and I hope you guys have thought that too. Thank you.